All right, and welcome back to Atlantic City Focus and America Coast to Coast. I am here with the photographer known as McKenzie, and we are here at Stockton's Art Gallery for the first ever reverse networking event. And she is a graduating senior. Okay, so first question we always ask is, where were you born and where are you from?
I'm from Wildwood, New Jersey, born and raised there.
And has being from Wildwood reflected in any way in your art and photography?
In a sense, yeah, just because in most images, in some images, there's like pictures of me like at the bay, and like a lot of people want to understand like why I'm working near the bay, but it's because I live at the shore and that's where my job is and everything. So it kind of goes into that, but mainly my work is about my family. So unless there's a picture outside, you can't really tell I'm from Wildwood, but there is images of like the ocean and like things like that. So you could get a glimpse of it.
So why did you decide to bring your family into your art and your photography?
That's a really good question. In my artist statement, I talk about like a trauma that I have went through like as a young adult and like just younger self. And if anything, it brought me with my family just so much closer. And it just, the absence that I experienced, my family just filled that beyond. And so they're just really important to me. And so that's why they're mainly my work. It's a big part of my life is them.
Do you have a particular name or theme for this collection besides family?
It's mainly just a virtual diary. I explain it as what absence can bring. Just, I didn't name it. I don't know. I didn't come up with a name for it. There's no name for my work.
So can you tell us about these particular photos? One of the things that I noticed right off the bat, besides the stories within each photo, is that they're in black and white.
Yeah. So I do a lot of black and white photography. Mainly all of my photography is in black and white photography. Is because the absence of color shows the absence of the parental guidance that I had growing up due to like my father leaving. So the absence of color represents the absence that I experienced. But then with my family being in those pictures, it shows what, you know, absence can bring, even though it might be great. So it's like it ties together like that.
And are these shot digitally or?
Yeah, it is shot with my Canon T100, all digital photography edited on Adobe Lightroom Classic. Yeah.
And so since you're a graduating senior, what are your goals and what are you looking to do after graduation?
I am hoping to do my own portrait business because living in Wildwood, it requires like a lot of people want pictures near the beach and like maternity shoots, and just I want to capture beautiful moments that people will remember forever, because that's what this project's all about, and this is something that will stay in my family for a long time that I can give to them. And so I just want to do that for other people. So I really want to have my own business and be able to just be a portrait photographer and be able to give back to people.
So I asked some of your classmates this question. I'll ask you the same. You're graduating this year, so for some young person who's in high school right now and will be coming to Stockton in the fall and eventually become the next photography major, what would be your advice to them?
Try everything, because there's so many different types of photography that I didn't even realize existed. Like there's alternative photo processing. Like my classmate behind me, she did cyanotypes, and that's using the sun to expose photos on a piece of fabric, and like that's amazing. And then there's black and white photography, and then there's just try every single medium of like photography and like different art classes, and just like never stick to just one thing for too long. Always switch it up, because you can always like incorporate different types of mediums into your work. So I just think it's really important to try everything, even though you're set on like, I'm set on black and white photography, but I still have so many different skills that I can bring into future photography projects if I wanted to, because I have the knowledge and know how to do it. So just try everything, literally everything.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.